Hey, what is up everyone? Welcome back to another episode of the Iron Diaper, and when I release one of these, that means one thing and one thing only. There's been some Gundam announcements. Some we've heard of before, some that are brand new, some that are huge, and some that are tiny. But I will mention before jumping on into this channel as always is sponsored by HobbyLink Japan, so if you're looking to pre-order any of these, which are not available for pre-order just yet, but they will be soon, link is down there in the description. And I'm going to try and break this down as quickly as possible, by grade and by release, and give you any information that is available right now. Let's go! So the first big announcement, well, it's not really an announcement per se because we did know it was coming out, but that is the Perfect Grade Nu Gundam. Now I did do a full video on this, deep diving into the information that is available right now, so I won't say too much about it in this video. You can check out that other one. Basically, this is coming out January of 2026 at a whopping 60,000 yen, not including tax, or tariffs, or import VAT, or whatever else you have to pay. That is $410 or 366 euro. It does look like it's worth every single penny, however, it is crazy looking, but it is another one of these goddamn kits where the LED unit is not included, and, well, information about that not out just yet, so you will have to buy another kit with this kit, so it's going to be a pricey one. So next up we've got one new Master Grade announcement, or at least one actual full release Master Grade announcement, and that is the Master Grade Gundam Barbatos Lupus. This has been mentioned before, but we've got all the details right now. This is coming out this year in November at 7,150 yen, which is just under $50, about $48 and some cents. This right here is the actual image of the kit released by Bandai. I did see a little bit of Waza online saying that it did look a little bit on the chunky side, and it does look a little chunky indeed, especially around the neck, which is recessed in a little bit deeply. Not something that I have an issue with. I like me a chunky model kit, definitely, but when you do actually see the actual kit itself, it doesn't necessarily look that chunk. So it looks like this might be fully loaded, which is nice because I'm seeing not just the actual sword mace, but we've got those mace chans too, which were sold separately when it did come to the high grade, as well as the cannons on the round on the back of the arms. Overall, it does look insanely nice. The last Barbatos kit was great. It did struggle a little bit when we popped the sold separately armor that made it into the 6th form, etc. So hopefully Bandai may have tightened up the ankles somewhat with this. When we got the Kimaris, it did have some new joints in some aspects, so maybe we'll be seeing something similar with this one. And speaking of parts, this was also mentioned on the side. It does say something about parts, so it may seem like we might not be getting a full Master Grade Barbatos Lupus Rex. It seems like the parts might be sold separately, so if you are pre-ordering yourself a Master Grade Barbatos, you may have to, well, pre-order two. And by that I do mean Barbatos Lupus. Also at Shizuoka, they did also pose it in a little bit of a pose. I'm not sure if that's the actual light or whatever going on there, but I think I see a little bit of yellow color separation up in the shoulder, which is giving it a bit of unique flair. Is that actually there? Oh, it is. That's really nice, that tiny little bit of a pinstripe. Besides that though, a lot of it looks like what we would have seen before, which I mean really isn't that much of a complaint. It's a Master Grade Gundam Barbatos Lupus, and it looks spectacular. On to the next one. Now the next couple of kits are premium Bandai, so they're not full release. We've got a color variant of the Blaze Zaku Phantom. What it says there is Deaka Eruzman custom version, and essentially it's just another seed Zaku in a different color. It costs 5,390 yen, which is $37, and no release date yet. Next up, we've got a mechanical core plating version of the Hiakushiki. Again, this is going to be something like a Gundam base exclusive, I would expect. This is worth noting though, because these mechanical core plating kits look insane. I did a review of the Realgrade Sazabi very recently, and what makes these different from your standard titanium or coated or clear kit is it's coated on the underside of clear color, which really does make them pop. This is a whopping 17,600 yen, which is $120 retail, out in October, Japan exclusive. Next up, onto Realgrades, and there's nothing new announced, but the yet unreleased Realgrade Wing Zero was on display. This looks incredible. I assume this is a painted prototype. If it is not painted, it looks insane. The double tone of white, the white and the light gray, looks really nice on this, and the proportions are mad cool. Anyway, this kit is 4,620 yen, which is just over $31, and it will be out in September. There's a little bit of an image of the underside of the wings. They do open up, which is very nice. It's got a little bit of a tall geese flare. They've got some grey framing on the insides, and the thrusters look cool. Finally then, there it is in bird mode, looking, well, what Wing Zero looks like in bird mode. Onto some high grades, and starting off with Gquax. First off, the white Gundam from Gquax, that is going to cost you just over $16. It is out in December of this year, and it is, as far as I can see, of course, just like the red Gundam that we're going to be seeing at the end of this month, just in white. Now, I do see a very unique looking beam rifle in its arms that I don't think you will, well, that we'll be seeing with the red Gundam, but that overall looks nice. It's a cool Eva take on the Granddaddy Gundam. And speaking of which, we've got this. Just announced at Shizuoka is this right here. This is the Highgrade Use Guncannon. Now, I assume that means Seila Mas, aka Char Aznable's sister, but I assume we're yet to see. This is a Gundam colored variant of the Guncannon. The face seems to have been changed out slightly, but that just maybe the color is playing with me a little bit. The detailing looks insane. I love the look of the red Guncannon from this show, but this one, tricked out in Gundam colors, is unique. It's got a Gundam hammer, it's got a beam saber, and the cannon up on its shoulder. Not too much other information about it just yet. Release date and the price still pending. Next up, we've got two more versions of the actual Zaku. That is the Char Zaku in red. That will be coming out in December of this year, same time as the Gundam, which again is around $16. Now, that is not the only version. The green version will be coming out as well, same price, but it will be coming out in November. So that's the classic Zaku in Zaku Green. Both of these pretty much the same as what we would have seen already with the Police Zaku, just the colors are different. We've got Zaku machine guns and a bazooka. Now, this is not an actual thing at all as far as I know. This was a fake out and it got me pretty bad. Someone made this in Blender and released it around the same time. If you know what this is, you know, and I was so disappointed when I found out it was not real. So yeah, I want you to share the pain. The pain. Next up then is the Highgrade DOM, also from Gquax. I will mention the Rick DOM right here has been announced before, but we just have the information about its release and all of that. This is a little bit more expensive than the last couple of Gquax kits we've seen at 3,630 yen, which makes it about $24. It's out in September. And the images of this are crazy. It has 3 legs and a kind of backpack that kind of sticks out funnily and comes out like 2 little independent units. At first this looked like well, to me, like a standard DOM, but they went crazy with it. 3 legs is insane, it's nice. I'm assuming they were harvested from Mash's DOM. And the chest section seems a little bit kind of separated to the overall unit itself. It's like it's got 2 forms. The standard looking DOM, well, standard-ish on the right, and that kind of form it transforms to on the left. Overall fun, looking cool, and again, out in September. Next up then, we did see the Highgrade Guncannon. This costs 2,200 yen, which is relatively cheap at $15, and this is out in July, so a couple of months. Anyway, there's the image of what it looks like, again following that Gquax design style, and the gun cannon, or should I say the K cannon right here, does come with its beam rifle, the cannon on its shoulder, and the beam saber also up on the other shoulder. And by the look of this, it does seem like the Seila version is actually just a color swap. I'm not seeing too much different. It looks actually kind of the same. Believe it or not, we actually did get some high-grade Iron-Blooded Orphans announcements. First off is this absolutely sexy beast right here, which is the high-grade Monkey Roadie. So a version of the Man Roadie or the Landman Roadie, but this is the Monkey Roadie. Fantastic color scheme, looking good, and there doesn't seem to be too much in the lines of details about this yet, or an actual prototype, just this image right here. But what more do you need to see? It looks astounding. Once again, it is from the app game Uru's Hunt. If that was not cool enough, we also got a brand new Iron-Blooded Orphans Gundam, which is this beast right here. So this is the image of the actual Gundam first. This is Gundam Zagan, and here's the actual announcement by Bandai themselves. Now it says that this is out, what, seriously? Next month apparently, unless that says next month about detail. Oh yeah, it does say it's the details about it will be next month, okay. So once again, this is from the app game. This is what it looks like, and there doesn't seem to be too much in the lines of information just yet. Nope, Bandai are keeping it vague, and yeah, this is one chunky Gundam. Now from one Gundam series to another one, this is from a Gundam series called Gundam 8, which as far as I know is a manga series that has just started. This absolute beauty of a Gundam is Gundam Jerius. And again, it is from Gundam 8. This looks incredible. The rifle looks insane. the overall design is insanely nice. It's very segmented. We've got a lot of grey frame coming through in the legs. There's a little bit of a closer look, so it's a little bit smaller up top as well. This is a very nice design. Clear parts around back, tons and tons of detail. What look like some hard points in the front skirting right there, so maybe this will have multiple forms. Most definitely a very interesting design. So apparently the manga will be starting on the 25th of next month. It seems like they're holding out on information about it just yet, so no price and no release date. And overall, this is an interesting take on the Gundam. Now this isn't the only one. There's another one from the exact same series. And that is this one right here. So this is Gundam Nion. So from the exact same thing. This is giving me a little bit of Vacant Gundam Age kind of feel to it, especially those hands and the flared shoulders. There's no real information or color for this just yet. There's a price there of 3,300 yen, which is just over $22. So if you're not really digging the Gquax designs and want something a little bit different, this is definitely serving that up. Whether or not Gundam 8 will ever get anything like an anime or anything like that, or if they'll even finish the manga, they have a bad track record with that, it's yet to be seen, but this is unique. I wonder what color is it going to be. Looks like it should be in a red, and that will definitely give it crazy vegan energy. Interesting. What do you think? So yeah, that is it for all of the news. Now, technically Shizuoka Hobby Show is open to the public from the 17th to the 18th, that's at the weekend, so there's probably yet to be more seen. Bandai might say a little bit more about the actual perfect grade and its lights and all of that sort of stuff. Hopefully we will see some more announcements, maybe a couple of extra kind of snippets here and there, but overall, not too bad of a release announcement. It's nice to see a bit of a master grade, definitely nice to see a new perfect grade, and some of those high grades look pretty cool. I didn't expect Gundam 8 high grades this soon, and that is pretty cool. How about you? What did you think is cool? What did you hope to see? What would you have liked to have seen differently? Drop it down there in the comments, as well as what you're excited about grabbing for yourself. Anyway, as always, thank you so much for watching. Make sure to come back for more Gundam news and reviews, and I will see you next time. As always, all these videos on here would not be possible without each and every one of you guys watching these videos, so thank you so much. And special thanks to those of you who are helping out over on the Patreon, as well as on the channel members, including Abraxas, Caleb Engelhart, Joe or G, 59061, Scotty Thomas, Simon, and Van Fawn.